So, we are at a naval weapons depot. We have a land weapon.
Hi, my name is Jason Woods and welcome to Chasing the Apex. I got Michael wherever he's hiding. There he is. Now, Michael's coming with me, right? He's gonna be joining us here on Chasing the Apex. We're gonna do this 991 Carrera S. Now, this is pretty special because we're gonna get Michael's first review. So thanks for watching and check this out. Hi, my name is Jason Woods and welcome to Chasing the Apex. So I am in a 2017 991S with Michael, and believe it or not, this vehicle is, as all our vehicles, courtesy of YC Auto Group, and I'm really excited for this. So my initial impressions are simply, it's absolutely comfortable, absolutely familiar. Porsche does this every time. Evolution, not revolution. This has got about 420 horsepower, and Michael tells me it's turboed. They're all turboed, actually, right?
Technically, yes, with the exception of the 991 GTS model.
Okay.
They're all turbos, technically, even though the turbo model itself is the turbo. Carrera S, 4S, all technically turbo motors. But
dude knows Porsche. All I hear is womp, 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 womp. Why? Because that's me. But I'm glad he's here because he's going to talk about it later. You're going to actually get to see him review it. And the fit and finish is just like phenomenal, like every Porsche, right?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of know what you're going to get, but like, what else? What else can you want?
That's true.
There's no gimmicks, but just everything executed very well. I love it.
I think they're designed so Americans don't drive their cars, though. They're like, no, you can't drive our cars are too good. So I'm super stoked to have Miko here, right? Because he's taking B-roll. He's like, ooh, the flowers. So, you know, stuff I never pay attention to. And what we did, right, is we negated that and I made him stop so we can go flog this on some twisty bit of road. Now, this is PDK because I can't drive a manual right now. But good God, it's good. I mean, really, that's the issue with Porsche is everything you do in Porsche is good. What's really interesting to me about this, in comparison to the last Carrera I drove, is I can hear the turbos spool up. But I wouldn't have had Michael not mentioned it, which is really obscure, right? So I'm super stoked he did that. So one of the things I really like about this PDK, right? And I always talk about paddle shifters and how I hate them, you know, because I prefer a manual. But now we know, right, I have an issue where I can't drive a manual transmission anymore. At least not the way a manual transmission deserves to be driven. Some of you old guys will feel that for me. So Miko's my stunt driver. Anytime we get a manual, he's got to drive it now. But this PDK is absolutely phenomenal. And I don't remember what year the other 4S I drove was, but this is really spectacular. You know, one of the things I really like about it is I can grab both shifters and it goes to neutral. And that's just really spectacular. I just grab the upshift, it goes directly in the gear it's supposed to be in. Well done again, Porsche. I know, you designed it for a dumb American like me, and it's working. So here on Chasing the Apex, the first thing we do is go find twisty bit of road. Second thing we do is talk about how things make us feel, or make me feel anyways. If you're Bill Eason, shout out to Bill Eason, you talk about the history of it and where it came from and what encyclopedia you have on your desk, which is good. We're grateful to have him here because God knows I'm not that. But 420 horsepower is spectacular, you know, and I think even Bill Eason would agree that supercar status a decade ago. And I think that's what we're looking at. Now everybody is packing everything into these modern day vehicles, these everyday vehicles. And Porsche packages it extremely well. Now, with the rear engine, I want to turn in a little later, you know, rather than a mid-engine Cayman, but I still know it's a Porsche. I still feel that. So final thoughts, right? Porsche is spectacular as always. It's, you know, and I go back and forth with this because I used to not like Porsche just because of the ownership. And because, you know, there was some snobbiness to it. But the more I drive Porsche, the more I appreciate it. And, you know, truly, it is a marquee without equal. And now we're going to turn it over to Miko and see what he does. Thanks again to YC Auto Group for giving us the car. Thank you guys for watching and tolerating us, because God knows nobody else will.
Sitting here in the 991 Carrera S. It's, if you've ever been in any Porsche before, this will feel right at home. You could argue that this is a good or bad thing. I think it's great. I think it's something Porsche does very well. It's very practical. We have buttons for everything. No nonsense, no gimmicks. Things are where you think and hope they would be. They're incapable of making something too impractical. So
Germans, they hate Americans, they hate us.
They'll have their version of fun, which is still very
much fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so Miko, you're going uphill, right? Michael. Which is it?
It's Miko.
Miko. Okay, so Miko, we're going uphill. You're gonna get some road impressions here, some twisty bit of road. So, first things I gotta ask you, right? First thing is, how does it feel to be talking to maybe 44,000 people? Forever.
That's it's more nerve-wracking the more you think about it. So
please don't bring that up again.
I'll just not think about it then. So about this car, it's you know, if you've driven a 911, you kind of know what to expect. If you haven't, this is the way I like to describe this car. And also, honestly, a lot of what Porsche does is they won't try to make their car the single best in any one category. It's kind of like Jason touched on. It's how they package the whole experience that I think nobody does anywhere near as well. So you get, you know, it's very precise, it's sharp, it's more power than I think anyone really needs for whatever application, especially for the street. But you know, I think they just really nailed the cohesive package. Again, is what I really keep coming back to with this.
It's a good word, cohesive. I like it.
Cohesive, yes. You know, I think. You know, I also think this is an instance where you could get carried away with how the car looks on paper. You know, by modern standards, many cars have more power than this, but do they feel like this? Absolutely not. So, you know, I think there's just something about the way they're giving you this experience and how it's landing with you is something just beyond the numbers that you really just need to see for yourself. And, you know, I think that's why so many Porsche people
are Porsche people. Yeah,
it seems so fanatic and weird to the rest of us. It's like they got the bug, and you can't talk them out of it at a certain point, you know? So, yeah, they'll pay extra for contrasted blue stitching on their dash or something that seems silly to us, but, you know, just something about it fired them up, got them going. They connected with these cars in a certain way that, you know, they're there for life at that point. So,
and it's pretty apparent why, though.
Yeah,
I mean, really, it's just an experience.
Yeah, and you know, and to add to that, right here. You know, to add to that, I think while this is a sports car, it's still such a German approach. Like, Porsche is not going to make anything too ridiculous. You still have back seats. You have a shockingly usable front trunk. So even if they tried to make some kind of silly, fun car, okay, it still has to be a little bit practical, right? So, you know, it's really just only they can do this the way they do. And man, what an honor it is to be even able to experience.
I'm gonna go take down cameras.
So this is a really interesting experience for me, though. Shout out to Jason for dragging me along to this. Shout out to YC Auto Group, of course, for being crazy enough to lend us this amazing car. And lastly, thanks to you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you found something here to take home, something that resonates with you. And yeah, see you guys out on the road.
Okay, so thanks, Miko, for coming out. Thank you guys again for watching Chasing the Apex. Thanks again to YC Auto Group for supporting us as always. God knows, without them, we could not bring you guys this content. Hopefully we'll see Miko again. Yes, no, maybe.
I'll be back.
He'll be back? All right, he's gonna be back. We have a convert to the driving cult. Yes! So thanks for watching Chasing the Apex. Chasing the Apex is not about me. It's about you, right? So, and the reality is without your support, without your viewership, we wouldn't even exist. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.